Hi guys, how you doing? Woo! Okay, so today we're going to talk about some internet memes, and I have to waste 15 seconds because I timed the first one, which is probably not the best, but I'm going to wait till we get to the first slide. Just going to spitball for a couple more. Here we go. Okay, so I remember the first time I saw the internet. I was 11 years old, and we logged in via dial-up in science class, and there was an enormous green dinosaur that had "Welcome to the Internet" on it, and from that point on, I was hooked. So about 2 years ago, I started a master's program at the London School of Economics, and I decided to write about internet memes, specifically on why people were interested in lolcats, and that is actually the title page of my dissertation. So when word got out about it, there was a lot of backlash. Someone posted this on Gawker in the comments section. Even in places where I thought people would get it, there was a lot of negative reaction. On Hacker News, one commenter said that other people with real master's degrees should want to punch me in the face. So even in my own research, some people were ashamed to admit that they made and enjoyed lolcats because they felt like it was a waste of time and that they should be doing more important things with their time. The thing is, though, you know, this does seem silly, right? Internet memes seem entirely ridiculous, but, you know, how could anything have significance when it's just a dog with a tennis ball? But it really does. So in my first few weeks of grad school, our head of department said to us, when looking at a media phenomenon, it's important not to look at the text itself, but at the reaction to the text, because if something's taking off in a major way, it means that it struck a chord, like 1950s alien movies. So those took off because they were a way for people to work out their anxieties about communism and the Red Scare, and, you know, basically they were able to do that. So the thing is, memes do the same thing, right? So, and they do it in an even more direct way, because at no other time in our history have people been able to participate in culture in such a widespread way, right? So we've got all of these tools that basically allow us to do the modern equivalent of caveman drawings. So the value of cave drawings and hieroglyphics is not necessarily that it was a great artistic value, but that it allowed people to document what was important to them in their culture, like, for us, politics and race relations. So, you know, they were anxious about fertility, were anxious about lolclegs, for example. So there we go. And the truth is that in China and Syria, actually, visual memes are used for tools of political dissidence and cultural expression because they're able to fly under the radar of these censors, so that's actually quite useful for them. So one element of memes that makes them a powerful tool is that they are templated, right? And it allows everybody to participate, and it allows people to think, this is not that hard. I can do this too. So as you'll see in the next slide, this is a rage tune that was written by an 86-year-old man on his birthday, and he documented his life. And over 2 million people saw this rage tune. And as one of the commenters said, that, you know, I doubt that anyone would have been interested or even seen this guy's story if there hadn't been an MS Paint movement to work within. So the point about that is that, you know, memes are humorous, and humor is really important because it's a distancing mechanism. It allows us to talk about things that might be painful to talk about otherwise. So in my speaking of distancing, in my dissertation research, one of the main things that was central to lolcat's appeal was anthropomorphic distancing, which basically means that we laugh at ourselves through pictures of silly cats. And the thing is, we're not laughing alone either. You know, we are sharing these with other people, and this is the way that people connect these days. They send images to each other. You know, the other thing that they do is they use them as tools for emotional expression. This was found in the kitchen of my office. So one of the things that people do is, instead of talking about what they're upset about, they use a meme or some sort of image macro to do that instead. So, you know, the thing is, people act as if memes and internet culture are a really strange new world, but it's actually not. And a lot of memes deal with the same, like, themes and you know, issues that we've been dealing with culturally for millennia. So just to close, you know, it's tempting to look at something new and strange and think that it's entirely different. And it's tempting to look at something that is superficial and think that it won't entirely change your culture, but it actually might. So I just met you, and this sounds crazy. Memes are important. Believe me, maybe? Thank you.